My sweet pea. Oh. He doesn't even know who you are. I'm his mother. You are my mother, too.
Oh, you know how Dad's a total fucking asshole? Yeah. Turns out he's a good one.
I am Monica, the monster you see, the one who ruined Frank and abandoned 6 children. My existence is indeed like a runaway meteor, briefly streaking across each of their skies. What it left behind was not light, but searing scars. But what I want to tell you today is not my evil, but that love which was intertwined with evil yet burned until the very end. My father was a naval officer serving in the naval system for 40 years. After retiring, he started a metal sheet company. He treated me like those cold iron sheets, orderly yet utterly devoid of warmth. As for my mother, she can't even remember that she has a daughter like me. No one knows how I spent my childhood, because even I can't piece those memories together. All that's left are occasional fleeting fragments, cold and distant. My life didn't truly begin until Frank came along. No, to be more accurate, it completely spun out of control. When he saw me for the first time, I was being chased by a burly man with a gun wearing no pants. Back then, Frank was still a top student at Northwestern University, and in a summer internship at an insurance company has a bright future. In a desperate bid to escape, I jumped into his car without a second thought. At that moment, I must have been like a bolt of lightning, splitting open his dull and uneventful life. We dated for 3 weeks, and then got married, but the marriage only lasted a week, because during my manic episode, I locked him in the trunk and left him in the parking lot for several days straight. That's me, loving fiercely and destroying just as thoroughly.
Trying to cut my nuts off.
No! Don't you talk about cutting!
Not my fault. Your parents did a number on you.
Oh, like the psychotic bitch who raised you and
May that psychotic bitch rest in peace.
Fuck you!
Oh, yeah? Well, fuck you.
I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder at a young age, but I never took medication voluntarily, let alone committing to a lifetime of it, or simply don't have the patience. Less than a year after starting treatment at the hospital, I ran away from home for the first time. At that time, Fiona, the oldest, was only 9. After I left, Frank also disappeared for a while. From then on, it was like I was possessed, or kept running away and then wandering back. Just a while ago, I ran away again, abandoning Liam, who's only 2 months old, and my leaving forced Fiona to drop out of school and go home to take care of those little ones. But before I left this time, Frank and I teamed up to commit insurance fraud. Now the insurance payout has come through, but without my co-signature, he can't get a single cent. Frank has always known my address and phone number. He knows perfectly well that all it takes is a little bait to reel me back in like a fish. I also brought my girlfriend Bob back this time. She was bent on egging me on to take Liam away, wanting to get a child for free, using my signature. But I knew clearly in my heart that I couldn't get past Fiona at all, so I had to start with the 2 younger ones.
I love you so much. Please let me be your mommy again.
Maybe I can never make up for the mistake I made to Fiona, but Liam, Debbie, and Carl still have a chance.
You're right. You are their mother. And you're here now. So I'm done. I'm done with the school and the bills and the clinics. I'm done. They're all yours now, Mom.
However, a rare family dinner completely changed everything. Lip publicly pulled out Ian's DNA test report. Ian had long suspected he wasn't Frank's son, and the result confirmed his guess.
Congratulations, Ian. You are not Frank Gallagher's son.
This made the other kids incredibly envious. Under the gaze of the whole family, I finally confessed the truth. Ian's biological father was no one else but Frank's twin brother, Clayton. It happened in the summer of 1995. I was on drugs and having fun, and in a daze mistook him for Frank.
Not only did you lie to me about the PCP, you fucked my brother. What's next? You gonna take up with a black lady, man? Oh, I forgot. That's already happened. How can we get back together now?
As I looked at the shocked and disdainful expressions on the kids' faces, the guilt I felt towards them finally crushed the last bit of my selfishness. The idea of taking Liam away was completely extinguished. So, like a thief, I ran away once again. Just when I had nothing left and was figuring out where to go next, Frank's grandmother Peggy died. That vicious old woman Death left Frank with no one to pour his grievances to, so he knocked on my door again. Coincidentally, I'd just spent all of Bob's savings, and the disappointed Bob was no longer infatuated with me, so I went back home as a matter of course. At first, I appeared completely normal. It once made Fiona think that life had taken a turn for the better.
Thanks for everything, for taking care of my kids, my house, my husband.
We all did it.
No, you did it, Fee. And I know what a huge sacrifice it must have been. And I can probably never make it up to you, but I want to try.
But this calm facade did not last long. When I saw Ian, when I saw the confusion in his eyes, so unmistakably like another version of myself, uncontrollable, feverish passion engulfed me in an instant. I told him never to feel ashamed of who he truly was. And then I took him, still underage, sneaking into a gay bar. From that moment on, everything began to go wrong. My mood became more elevated day by day, and I also accidentally discovered the squirrel winter fun that Fiona had hidden in the kitchen. In my eyes, that money wasn't their safety net for the future. Me was a ticket to paradise. It was Pandoran box. When Frank and I, two addicts, got our hands on money, the whole world went fucking crazy and I completely lost it. To make up for missing my little daughter Debbie's birthday, I bought a truckload of gifts. When I found out Ian wanted to join the military, I dragged him to the recruitment office and cursed at the staff who refused to accept him. The peak of the madness was when I let Carl, who was only 9 and curious about everything, drive the car. But when I saw Carl, his head bleeding profusely after the car accident, before I could even grieve, the police arrived and took me away directly. When Lip found out, he originally wanted to use the family's winter fund to bail me out, but he didn't expect that I had already squandered all that money in the end.
What, you're AWOL this whole time? Now you're giving orders?
I was around.
Really? So you know Monica spent all the squirrel fund money? You know what? I wouldn't have even had the cash to bail her out if I didn't return a bunch of dolls I found in Debbie's room. The first rule you learn in this house, you hide the goddamn money.
Thought it might be different this time.
Well, how'd that Kool-Aid taste going down?
After returning home, Fiona's accusations were no longer words, but heavy blows that shattered me completely, nailing me to the spot in shame. Thus, the laughter and joy at the Thanksgiving dinner table felt like suffocating smoke to me. I, who had abandoned my family, returned home and destroyed everything in just a few days. Yet now I was being unconditionally accepted. And I know there's nothing that can cause deeper harm to this family than choosing to take one's own life on Thanksgiving Day. But that shame and despair, which I couldn't hide anywhere, left me with no other choice.
Holy fuck.
I messed up everything, even my own death. After being rescued, I decided to stay in the hospital for a few more months, hoping to get back to normal before going home. But Frank wouldn't have it. He preferred the crazy version of me.
I gotta get myself in there. I can't keep doing this to them.
You're just a little blue. It happens to everyone every now and again. I can take care of you at home.
No, you can't.
I love you. You belong with us.
To convince me to escape this mental hospital, he sneaked into my ward with Debbie under the cover of night. He was right to bet on it. Debbie's appearance really made me give in. However, when it comes to letting people down, I never failed to deliver. I agreed to leave, but not with him. I disappeared instead with my newfound roommate, who was a murderer.
Debbie, I love you! She said we're better off without her.
I stayed in touch with my second son, Ian, the entire time I was away. So the moment I received the call informing me of his bipolar disorder diagnosis, I rushed back right away. Even he himself said with a bitter smile that he was becoming more and more like me. This made me feel both heartbroken and terrified.
There's always gonna be people that are gonna try and fix us. And you can never make those people happy. You, Ian.
And I once thought that, with the experience of struggling with this illness all my life, I could pull him out of that quagmire and teach him how to cope, but I failed. In the end, he has to walk his own path, and this damn illness has perhaps become the only remaining bond between us, mother and son. Days slowly slip away in this sense of powerlessness. Few years later, I was diagnosed with a brain hemangioma and knew my days were numbered. Before I die, I just want to see my family one more time. But this time when I came back, Even Frank Kroon always doted on me the most, avoided me like the plague.
Why did you come back? Haven't you ruined my life enough already?
Frank, come on, I got something to show you. It wasn't until I laid a stack of medical reports out in front of him and told him I had a ticking time bomb in my head that I could die at any moment, that he finally broke down and cried in front of me.
Oh, Frankie, no. No, it's okay. I have a plan. I need your help. It's okay. Frankie, I missed you.
I don't want to hurt anyone anymore, and I just want to leave them something. Me with some ill-gotten gains, as my final atonement for this life. Frank and I went wild again, just like we did when we were young. We also want to take this opportunity to hold a wedding party and gather everyone together. And I know Fiona and Lip, they hate me with a passion. If I wanted them to come to my party, I had to resort to some tricks. That's right. I slipped pills into their coffee and beer. I know it was despicable, but I just wanted to see them relax and laugh one last time, even if it was fake. The party was lively, so Geller-like. As my deathbed party, it couldn't have been more perfect.
Party. Happy party. No reason not to keep going. Wakey wakey. Mon? Monica? Come on, sweetheart. Come on, open your eyes. Come on!
My whole life has been a chaotic storm, a tragedy woven through with love and hate. I love my children, but my love itself is a kind of destruction, and I've tried desperately to be a good mother and a good wife, but in the end, I couldn't break free from the clutches of illness and the chains of my own nature. If I could do it all over again, I would never choose to meet Frank that way. My children wouldn't have come into this world, wouldn't have had to bear all the pain that came because of me. But life doesn't have what-ifs, only outcomes. And my outcome is this, leaving them with scars that will never heal.